Hello everyone, today I'm going to share some vscode extensions I used for writing Python. And firstly, I want to show you the one is called Docstring, which can generate Docstring for our function or class. So you can see I tap the prefix and it has some hints, looks like this. It told me that it can generate some docstring, and I hit enter. Then you can see it use some template to write a docstring format for me, and I will write a simple summary for this function, which will use to rename a batch of files using numeric format. And then I have two arguments. The first one is a pass, and it's a string like pass like string or pass. And the extension means the extension name. Here, it also it's a string, and it's some specific extension name for renaming. Okay, and after writing this part of code, we can move the cursor on this function name, and you can see it will have a nice hint docstring for the function batch rename. And this is a very cool features. You can simply write it, and it can even detect the type of the function. For example, if I change some of the code, I added here a type hint. It can be a pass label pass or a string. I simply type a string here and also a string here. Then, if I generate the docstring again, you can see it will automatically put type hints on under the uh, target location. And still, I will omit the function summary and some description, and it just looks like this. It's very nice. Okay, and another one is called uh, a repeal for Python, which is utility run the code as your type. So let me show you a simple example. Let me create a new file called test.py, and okay, it already exists. I will use this file, and I will remove this part of code and enable this enable extension. Okay, and you can see there are some simple examples. For example, here I typed x is a list and make it equal to 1, 2, 3. And you can see we have a list show here, a variable x, and whose value is 1, 2, 3 in the list. Also, we create a list y and using a list map lambda x and x square of x, and put a list x here. You can see we generate a y using map function, and it has value 149. It is really nice, and if you want to do some more test, you can import some lib. For example, the OS library, and I use the OS dot list dir, and give it to a list, and use a list comprehension to extract some file. For example, I want to extract the Python files, so I can use x for x in OS list directory, and if x and with and .py. If x is and with py, and then we will extract them in a list called li. And we can see in li we have several files, and they all are Python files. It is really nice. And for the next one I want to show you is, let me check, is some where are some Python libraries. Okay, let me say this one, Python breakage. You can see here there are some GIF images show how it is used. For example, sometimes we write a function like map, and we need to add a breakage out of the expression. Then we can simply use this extension. We can type a colon and add a function name, and then press Control plus uh, some character, and it will add the breakage out of the expression. Similar, we can remove the breakage with this really a longer shortcut. It can be changed to someone you like. Okay, and for another one is some one called Python Environment Manager. After you install this, it will show up here, this one, and you can see it will show all the virtual environment in your system, and you can enable them by type the terminal here, and it will open a new terminal for you using the specific Python interpreter in a virtual environment. And let's go to the next one. It may be this one. It can help you detect the indent malintelligence, and its function is simple, but it's very useful. And another one is called Python Pass. This is an extension for you to import files. And it can sort the import and automatically import the library you used. And this one is called Python Type Hint. It will generate more powerful hints things for you. And this one is called Python Snippets. It's some Python snippets. A snippet is a small template of code, and it can be uh, it can be shown as a fully for example, if I type env, and you can see here is a snippet, and if I click it, it will add a shortbang for Python. Also, sometimes we will use the if name equals main and do something. I can type if main, then it will generate this code template for me. Also, if I use a for loop, then I type table, it will generate some for loop for me. It is very convenient, since because if we use it, we can reduce a lot of code typing. And the next one is, let me say same. Okay, it's all of them. And maybe the Python library, the official one provided by Visual Studio Code, and it's a very powerful extension which enable a lot of features for modern integrated development environment. And simply you install this plugin, you can write code for Python in VS Code. Okay, thanks for watching.